Hello and welcome to Crooked House Gaming. Today we'll be focusing on the History Challenge. The History Challenge is a legacy-style challenge in The Sims that takes your Sims on a journey through history, starting with the Stone Age. There are a lot of rules to this challenge and I'll put links to them in the description box below. If this sounds like something that you're interested in, be sure to hit that like button. And if you're new here, welcome. And be sure to hit that subscribe button so you won't miss any episodes of this History Challenge. So let's make some Sims history. Ilsa hired builders to build a swimming hole after a conversation with the ghost of her mother when her mother said that she was getting rather large. She stopped taking care of herself and her body has ballooned out. She tried to say that it was because of all of the babies that she had, but her mother had lots of babies as well and she did not get as large. She thought about what her mother had said, that she wouldn't live as long as her mother did if she didn't do something about her health. She hired builders to dig a swimming hole. Isla has found it and Isla is working on her fitness. Isla just aged up to be a teen a few days ago. Wants to be the best she can be. She's been working on her fitness. Pirnav has returned from a day at work and he did go for an entire day of work, so he did make some decent amount of money. But he is hungry from working so hard. Pirnav has been learning how to cook and he is cooking level 2. Lise is up in about 6 days. She is no closer to finding a future mate for herself. She has succeeded in going on one date and working on her soulmate aspiration. I didn't really hit it off with Kyle Carlson. I should probably go on a chaperone date with some of the other teen boys that I met at the teen boy party. Kyle Carlson and I didn't really have a good fit. I think it had to do with me yelling at Isla in front of him at her growing up day party. That was really bad of me. Let me go see to my needs and then I'll go out and gather the gemstones together. I'll send a message to the boys before I go out. She met somebody named Mead. It looks like she's got good compatibility, and she met someone named Calvin. She's not related to either of them, so she could possibly go on a date with them. Iron is a young adult, and it looks like Iron married Lacey at some point, so she can't go on a date with him. But this is not an option for her. Copper is not an option because he's the leader of his clan, and she would have to go live there. Her mother doesn't want her to marry a boxhead. Let's take a look to see who is still in the gemstones. We don't have a lot of people in the gemstones, so let's add some people. She is going to add Fatia Priestess. She is going to add Cora Simbilis. She will add Teresa Mag. Lacey Smith is already married, so adding her to the gemstones wouldn't be a good idea because the gemstones exist to help people find future mates. We have space for one more. She is a little bit angry at her sister Isla, so she will not be adding her sister Isla to the gemstones. She will add Marina Asia. So let's have her travel. She is going to invite all of the gemstones and she will invite Mead. Once she gets out to that location, she'll go on a date and then the gemstones will travel with her wherever she's going. We don't want to take them to Willow Creek. We took them to the Learnatorium last time. We're going to travel to the Springs. Here we are at the Springs. The Springs is a early civilization sauna built on a hot spring that was around since the Stone Age. All of the gemstones have arrived here and the teen boy. It is pretty cold out here. They are in the cold climb. They don't appear to be dressed in their cold weather attire, but there is a fire pit over here. We don't know very much about Mead. She's come over to sit at the fire. Do you know how to cook and clean? Yes, I do know how to clean. I come from a rather large family. We have to keep our huts clean where I live. Lise is cooking sweet sap while she listens to Mead's reply. The gemstones have given Lise space to talk to Mead, but they are right over there in case something happens. So happy that we're spending time together. I want to learn about you. What is it you want to learn about me, Mead? I'll answer any question you have about me. I heard you're looking for future mates. I'd like to know what games you play. I'd like to kiss you. You're so attractive. Well, how can you resist me in this wonderful outfit that I have on? By the look of his clothing, he looks like he's peasant class. But there are so few men in the world that she will just have to accept being married to a peasant class. Why did you make me travel to this cold area? Is it because you wanted to huddle close so that it keep you warm? I had to leave the island because everybody knows me, and they would have reported anything that we did on this date to my parents, and I don't want to have to behave in a way that isn't truly me. Would you like to go somewhere to eat? It's pretty cold here. We should probably go inside an inn where it's warm. No, come with me. We'll go in the steam area. The girls are in here enjoying the steam. They're making room for her to relax with Mead. Mead is so happy that he's surrounded by all these beautiful women. He cannot believe his luck. Mead, do you have a golden llama? You need to have a golden llama to get married. We don't have golden llamas where I live. I I think you're really attractive. Will you hold it against me if I don't have a golden llama? I don't even know where to look for a golden llama. Could you give me directions on where I should go to purchase a llama? Well, let me kiss you to see if you're a good kisser, and then if you're a good kisser, I'll tell you where to find a golden llama. I will go anywhere in the world that you tell me if you want to marry me. I think you're a beautiful, beautiful girl. The girls are examining him while he talks to Lise. The date just seems to be getting better and better. I'm glad that we came inside where it's nice and warm. You look like a stone goddess in that cloth. You should dress like that all the time, Lise. Let me kiss you to see if we match. You kiss wonderfully me. You could be a possible good mate for me. They are building up a decent romantic relationship. Don't play games with my heart, Lise. Tell me that you want to marry me. I have many, many other men to look at, but you are at the top of my list. She is trying to avoid messing around with him because she doesn't want to get pregnant outside of wedlock. It would be a big offense. He wants to mess around with her. No, that would be a bad idea. We cannot mess around me. I'm gonna have to tell you that this date is over. She is going off to take a shower to cool down. He got her all flustered. And he is looking at the other women because Lise wouldn't jump in a bush with him. He's going back home. The date went pretty well, and she has completed one of the requirements of her soulmate aspiration. The rest of the gemstones have left. Lise is heading home. Lise has returned to the Simbilis land. I'm glad I went on that date. He seemed a little bit better than Kyle. I should still try to go on a date with that Calvin before I make my decision. Ilsa and Lise are working on their fitness. This is really wonderful, Mother. I'm glad you built this swimming hole. I remember we used to have a swimming hole when I was younger. The idea of your grandmother that the swimming hole after it got filled in with the volcanic lava. I'm glad you're making use of it. Where did you go? I went on a chaperone date with one of the boys I'm looking at to be my future mate. Well, that's good that you went on a chaperone date. I would hate to learn that you jumped in a bush and had a baby before you married your future mate. That would get you stoned by the villager. We don't want you getting stoned. It would bring dishonor to this family. It's not like we're living in the Stone Age anymore. No, Mother, I don't want to bring dishonor to this family, but I'm glad that we have the swimming hole. I can become strong and fit, so when it's time for me to have babies for the family, I will be able to carry them with ease. Swim around some more. You need to build up your muscle. I'm gonna go in and look for some food. I'm starving after swimming around like that. Ilsa's making herself some eggs and toast. Lisa's watching her mother cook. Mother, why are you cooking? There's so much food in the larder after that growing up day party. I want something fresh. I don't want anything that's a couple days old. Pirnav made some food for the family. Everybody seems pretty hungry. They're all sitting around at the table with the exception of Ilsa. This is wonderful. We don't normally sit together to eat. We should make this a normal thing for our family. We only ever do this after Stone Goddess Temple Day. I really like sitting together as a family. I agree with you. Sitting together as a family to eat makes us better than the wild animals. Just as long as we don't fight when we're eating, it could be a really good tradition. When I get married, I think we'll have our family eat together. Lise was telling me that she won a chaperone date, and the teen boy that she asked on this date didn't behave like a dinosaur. That was a pretty smart idea of her. Were you able to find out where this guy lived and if he had any money to bring to the family? We have to find out the particulars. We can't have her marrying a peasant. It takes a lot of money to upkeep this house. I can ask around at work to see if any of the fishermen have eligible sons to marry her. That's a good idea. Why didn't you think of that before when I was looking around the world to find eligible teen boys? I think it's trashy you didn't ask me my advice when you were looking for teen boys. I could have given you this idea back then. I'm growing up in a day or two and I'm going to be an elder. I won't be able to go fishing very much longer. I think you can work till the end of your life. My father did. Your father got struck by lightning and he traveled to the land of the dead. He didn't even have a job from what I understand. He wasn't even a hunter to bring food to the family. I know all about my father and my mother. Don't you tell me about my parents. Ilsa has become very argumentative. She is going through a midlife crisis. I can't believe that everybody's been fighting with me. I mean, I'm getting older. I've been stuck around this house so long. I think I need to get out. All I've been doing is painting. I think I need to travel. Ilsa is going through her midlife crisis, and one of the things that she needs to do is travel to 3 unique places. It's been so long since I've been to the Learnatorium. It doesn't look like it's changed very much. Maybe my family needs to be without me for a little bit. I'm gonna go on a mini adventure. I wonder where I should travel next. Maybe I should visit all those places I went to when I was younger. Maybe I'll go to the hot springs but that's where I met Ragni. I don't know if I should go there. Pirnav is here at the Learnatorium. He saw his mother heading out in the dark and he was concerned. I can't believe Mother went out on her own. She could have been attacked by wild animals. She traveled pretty far. Where even am I? Oh wait, this looks like the Learnatorium. Mother told me that this was the place to get jobs. Pardon me, sir, I need to check the posting board for jobs. He can take a manual labor job. He is allowed to do that. I was able to find a job really easily, and I'll help father bring money to the family, and then maybe he won't stress out so much, mother. What do you think? Oh, you're growing up so fast, my baby. I don't want to talk about this. I thought you would be proud of me, mother. I get to start the next phase of my life. It's a grand adventure to be a young man. Oh, I can't believe you and your sister are growing up so fast. Mother, I was really concerned when you left the house in the dark of the night. What were you thinking? Why did you come out here? I thought you were going to be eaten by fire ants, so I followed you. You just gotta be careful out here, mother. Don't go out here alone. There are highwaymen that could steal you and sell you to people who will make you work really hard. Against your will, mother. Anybody would sell you for golden llamas. Don't you think I could defend myself? My mother taught me how to fight. I don't think less of you, mother. It's just, you're getting a little bit older, and you're not as fast and spry as you used to be. What are you trying to say? You're making it sound like I'm feeble and I can barely walk. That's making me really sad. First, my mother tells me that I'm gonna die because I'm not taking care of myself, and now you're telling me I'm too weak to take care of myself. I'm really happy that you got a job. You're right. Your father has been working really hard, and he's been pressuring me about all the money that I spend, and I have to spend money for this family to keep the household up. So do you think I should go off and learn to be a guard? You do what you need to do. I think it would be neat if you went off to be a guard, and I think it's really neat that you follow me to try to protect me, Pirnav. Ilsa slipped away from her son when he was going to see to his needs. She traveled again. It is rather late at night. She has made her way through the desert lands to the flowery field. This is the flowery fields. This is where I met Ben's father, Ben. There used to be a bush over there, but now there's a tent. I guess they cut the bush down. I'm glad I'm visiting all of the places I visited when I was younger. Things changed so much. Stump over here. Maybe that's where the bush was. I'm gonna rest before I travel some more. She is taking a nap in the tent that was set up. Ilsa received a message that one of her relations named Simbilis passed away, and two of children of her relation were adopted by the Topsana household. Simbilis relations were adopted by strangers. That's not right. The Simbilis family needs to stay in the Simbilis family. Ilsa has traveled north to the Cro-Magnon land. Ilsa, what are you doing here in the middle of the night? I didn't know who else to talk to. I got a message that my relation Sappy died. Catastrophe as big as a volcano erupting, that he died, and there was no one left in the house to take care of the two children. People came in and took the children away before I could rescue them and make them part of my family. You happen to know where Sappy Simbilis lived? Know much more about things in this area than I do. I don't even know where the branch of our family lived. You could sing the song on every corner of every street, and perhaps someone will come out and give you the information. That's a good idea. Can I stay here the night? I would love to have you stay the night, but there's really no place for you to sleep, except for on the floor, and there's not even a lot of floor space. I have my baby sleeping on the floor at this point. I guess I'll just go home and regroup and try to figure out where this branch of the family lives. Maybe I'll pray to the stone goddesses and they'll give me a vision. That's a sweet idea. Thank you for stopping by and asking my advice. Ilsa is heading back to the Simbilis land. I don't even know what area of the world Sappy Simbilis lived in. Perhaps I'll gather the green women together later and ask them if they know where the Sappy Simbilis branch of the Simbilis family lived. I can't believe two of my relations were sent to live with complete strangers. I have to bring them back into the Simbilis family fold if it's the last thing I do. Ilsa has returned home. Pirnav is out here to greet her. I'm glad you made it home safely from the Learnatorium. Ilsa has been away for a complete day. It has been such an eventful day. I've traveled so far. It was good to go back and go to places that I went to when I was younger. I really wish that news of family members dying didn't mar the enjoyable trip that I had. Can't believe that I don't know that Simbilis that passed away. Perhaps our family's growing too large, but that shouldn't stop me from finding those children. Those children should be raised by the Simbilis family, not by people I don't know. I'm definitely going to gather the green women together. We'll go search for those missing children. I'm going to end the episode here. Thank you so much for stopping by our Crooked House. If you like what you saw, be sure to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button if you want to follow the Simbilis family on their journey through the Middle Ages. It really helps us out. Have a great week. See you soon.